I never played Danganronpa, but I know how the game works. Is my mic acting weird? Oh. Exchange thing. Is my mic sounding weird? Acting weird? No. It's low. My volume from my phone is, bit weird. It's probably because I have the fan on. That's why. I have the fan on. Can you hear me now? I'm going a bit closer in. Okay, sounds a lot more better. You know, like I said, Friday, I was gonna stream Friday, 9 o'clock on the dot, and it is. Yeah, the fan is right there. It's hot. I need the fan on. It is hot in here, and since I'm gonna be live streaming today, I won't be live streaming next week because I want to get something done, a video done. Also, I want to continue doing Shimosa so that I can go and do Salem. And then after that, then we're going to get into, because I think after this banner, we're going to have the Guda Guda 3. So once Guda Guda 3 comes, I have to beat Lost Belt 1, because I remember when it came out in the Japanese server, it requires you that you need to defeat, that you need to do Lost Belt 1 in NA so that you can go to Guda Guda 3. What are your thoughts on Fate Requiem Marie? I didn't, first and foremost, I was just taking a 2-day break from FGO. So I haven't played further into the Requiem event in Japan. But I was spoiled by Requiem Marie, and honestly, she's okay. She's all right. She's just she's an older version of Marie, of the Marie Antoinette we knew. So I knew something like that was gonna happen because there's been talk about an alter form of Marie, so it was bound to happen. Surprisingly, it was gonna be the Little Red Riding Hood Marie. Never expected that, but in terms of like, is she going to be a servant? I hope to God that she doesn't become a servant, unless there's like a significant reason as to why she needs to be a servant. Like, for starters, the reason why Jean Alter became a servant was because of 2 reasons. 3. First off, she's basically the personal ideal version of Giles Castor. So so she's just basically an amalgamation of Castor Giles' desires of how he feels about her. And that's all. And the second reason that she's, again, an alter is because of the fact, for her to be in the gacha, is because she's gonna be like an alter Marie that happened. I never read too much into Marie Antoinette's history, real life history or backstory, but basically, like, she's based upon the depiction of how the people feel about Marie and why people don't like her because of that reason. That's how I view it. That's how I view of how she becomes an alter. Unless she does. Oh god, I'm getting all jumbled up. It's hot. I have my big light on. I want it turned off so I can be cool. But basically, the only reason Marie can be is that she would go the Jean Alter route. A, she's an amalgamation of somebody's desires or the preferred version of that person, even though they can't summon them back from the Grail. The Grail can bring them up the darker version of it, basically the edgelord version. Second reason, she is the personified version of a more darker, malevolent Marie. Similar to how Jeanne is the malevolent version of the saint of who she is. Marie could be like the malevolent version depicted from the townsfolk, like, of France, of how they view her. Or it could be like Mozart's dark fantasy of being stepped on by Marie. I don't know, that's how I see it. Or third reason, they're gonna, again, with the same thing with Jeanne Alter, she's going to go through purgatory and fight her way through purgatory so that she can claim her rightful place in the Throne of Heroes, so that she can be a part of the story. Honestly, to be honest, honestly, like I said, I don't mind Marie and, what am I saying? I honestly hope that they don't make her into a servant. Like, honestly, what's the point? Unless there's a significant, valid reason as to why. So, if she becomes a servant, becomes a servant. That's nothing I can do about that. But it's like there has to be like a reason, a significant, like, historical reason in her lore as to why she would become an altar servant. Similar, I don't know, what was it about Rumnirder, about the Lancer Artoria, how she was corrupted in her own way? Like, I was very weirded out by that when I thought about it. Like, how did she become an altar servant? Was it because she suffered through the same thing that Saber Alter went through? Alter Artura Saber went through? Like she's just a corrupt version and her ideals changed, something like that. I don't know. It's just what it is. I'll be right back. I'm going to be getting a snack because there's going to be a lot of reading to do. So hang tight, guys. I'll be right back before I start my introductions. Okay. I got me some it's the green tea. It's the green tea Pocky. I got my water with me. We're all good. It's not so bad. I mean, if you put this in ice cream, it tastes really good. Oh my god. Hey Torchwick, how's it going? I'm not gonna get a sugar rush. I already ate something, and I mean something, I mean an apple. It's too hot to cook right now. To me, it's just so humid that I'm like, I don't mind cooking. But tomorrow I'm gonna cook with Mom. We're gonna make some dinner, some fish and baked potato with cheese on it. It's delicious. But now that I got my Pac, how can I eat a sandwich? We don't have any lunch meat. We might as well make a grilled cheese with tomato soup, because that's what I'm be thinking. Like, you had a green apple. I had like a regular red apple. It's delicious. Chocolate donut sounds good too. Like the Ryan, what the heck? Okay. Anywho, hello. Let me start off my introduction. On the green. Hi everybody. How is it going? It is me, Gambina. There we go. It is me, Gambina, coming back with you with another Kogestukan. So we're going back on our little adventure through Ketsugan. This isn't a double live stream event thing, because we're just doing Kogetsugan. And I'm going to say this at the very end of the live stream. Next week I will not be live streaming because I want to post up a video that I need to post up because I'm trying to fix up the script that I have for it. So that's that. But regardless, hello to Yoshiki, Ryan Lee, and Tatsumi Torchwick, aka Desiree. How's it going? So last time, a lot of stuff happened. So basically, a lot of stuff happened. I'm trying to remember, but I remember bit by bit. So Morrison's dead. Morrison is dead. His body was after, well, Mama Raiko tried to flirt with us. Morrison's body started to go up river, up on a beach, and surprise, surprise, he's dead. Which honestly, it was bound to happen some one way or another. So now we're trying to figure out who would kill Morrison. Why are every single, oh yeah, Ava. I'm used to calling them by their actual fictional names rather than the actual fictional names they're giving in the story. But basically, Morrison, Chris are dead. Somebody is after the Goldie family's heads because they don't want this marriage to happen. And we just discovered that, what was it, Anne? Was it Anne? Anne Marie? I know, I already said that Morrison was found on the beach dead. I can't remember. I call her Garfield, but I can't call her Garfield, and I can't call her Fujine because Fujine-san isn't really her name in the story. But yeah, we believe that Chris's mother is, I would say Anne, but I know that's not her real name because I know that's not her name. But we see that Anne is Chris's mother, and from what Yoshiki, my Watson here, he believes that the message is spelled out mom, so it's a possibility that Anne must have killed him, but I don't believe Anne killed him. I believe it's someone else, but whoever it is, We're gonna figure it out, because I believe whoever killed Chris, the detective, and Morris is after the Goldie family, and it has something to do with the head of the Goldie family. So with that being said, Detective Vampire Connor is gone. He is no more. He's dead. He's no more. We're gonna Torchwood, don't worry. We're gonna have another Kogestukan Part 2, I believe. Yeah, that's gonna come out next year. So you know I'm gonna be on that. So with that being said, let's continue on with our story with episode 7 or chapter 7. The detective must not himself commit the crime. Can't wait. Good, you're awake. I apologize for getting a bit rough with you earlier. Yeah, because you knocked us out. Oh yeah, it is, Anne. I was right. Wait, what's going on? What is this place? Wait, what's going on? Wu found some strange powder on the table he was cleaning up last night. I figured someone had attempted a poisoning, but we need to find the victim before we went searching for the poisoner. Sis and I split up to see how everyone was doing. She found you looking sick. We needed you to throw up as quickly as possible, so I said, I'm afraid I was a bit rough. Oh, so she knocked us out because we were feeling sick. Because we were about to throw up. That's a weird way on trying to help us, but thanks, I guess. And so, even a sleeping pill can be dangerous. If she's been taking a bath, you'd be dead. It'll be morning soon. Our ride is coming around noon, and if you can hold on till then, you'll be able to go home safely. So, we're gonna stay home with things, help you holler, I'll be running. Honestly, if Wu dies in this story, I'm gonna be so mad. Because he's a vital, important part of the story. Oh, good morning. You look awful. Did you get enough sleep last night? No. I threw up. I know, she hit us and was trying to make us throw up. Is it possible that if you I know if you hit somebody hard enough in the stomach, you throw up, and I'm guessing that's what she did. That's what she did. Did you get enough sleep last night? No, I did not get enough sleep last night. I got punched in the gut, threw up, thought I was about to die, get killed by Anne, until she told us, oh, there's some powder. Somebody left some poison powder on the table, and I was probably about to die. So that's one evidence we found, poison powder. I tried, but I woke up really early. I've been up since about dawn, let's say that. Well, at least you look better now than you did when you were saying goodnight. Oh, by the way, don't you dare tell anyone else about last night. So, you want it to be our little secret? Why? What happened last night? Oh, right, 'cause she told us something. She was trying to say something, but we got so nauseous that we didn't say anything. So, why? What happened last night? I don't want to say what happened last night because we know what happened last night, but our character is kind of repugnant, so you want it to be our little secret? Look, just forget it ever happened, okay? Now come on, let's go. I think it'd be safer if we all just stay together anyway. I'm feeling something, like I'm feeling a weird feeling. Somebody is gonna die today. Everybody's here. The gang's all here. Morning, Gambina. Oh, you too, Miss Juliet. You look tired, Wu. You didn't get some rest? Thanks, but don't worry about me. I can stay up for 3 days straight if I really feel like it. Though I admit, I'm feeling sleepier now that we're all here. It's a lot easier keeping an eye on everyone when you're all in one place. The door's always open. Is that our ride? Definitely not. My people would never ignore my orders. No one's coming in. Is this a prank? Well, someone's outside, though the only one I can think of who might pull this kind of thing is that detective. Wait here, I'll be right back. What if it's the detective that rised up from the dead? I'm back. I got some bad news. I hate to tell you this now, but the body is missing. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a joke. That was a joke. I didn't know he was actually gonna rise. I didn't know his body was gonna be gone. Oh my god. Will color be speechless. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, Darjeelingers. You're kidding. Since when? I didn't notice sooner because it was wrapped up in sheets, but when I took another look, it turned out to be a bunch of logs. I don't know when the body was swapped out, but there's no shortage of wood outside that could have been used. You didn't do anything wrong, Wu. I wouldn't have thought to keep an eye on the dead bodies either. What's the meaning of this, Anne? Are you saying Sherlock is the one behind all this? No, it can't be. He's dead. Unless it's like some sort of... Oh god, I can't... Killer could have swapped body more as the dead body, wasn't it? That's right, but we dismissed it because we figured the killer would no way of getting to a substitute body. That's right, but then, if the killer did have a body hand, we'll need to swamp it with. Morrison took Sherlock's body from the basement, dyed his hair blonde. What if... This is just a theory. What if he faked his death? He faked his body. He faked Shanham. I can't pronounce his name. That's why people call him Sherlock. What if Shanham's body? What if Shanham himself wasn't really dead, and that the poison that was like in his drink or something was only think that he was dead. Like the powder, once he indulged in the powder or the drink itself, he would die. He would stay dead for like a couple of hours. Like it would stop his heartbeat. But due to like something in the drink, he'll come back alive. Or it could be a dummy. Like it could be like a fake body that looks real, has real blood, but it's not like the actual person. Like that's just my thoughts, because I believe that he's still alive and he has something to do with this murder. I know, but you never know. Even if it means Morris is still alive, I can't be particularly happy about this, considering it means my son has started down at a truly monstrous path. It's too soon to jump to conclusions. Shanahan himself could be the killer for all we know. Whoever it is, we need to find them and make them pay. Let's split up and search outside. Are you trying to put our guests' lives in danger, Wu? Our ride will be here at noon. All we need to do is wait for them to arrive. Come on, sis. You know as well as I do we can't let the killers stay here and get away with this. I admit it, I don't like the idea of letting these events stay a mystery either. I'll also like to know the truth if possible. Alright, then let's use these last few hours we have here to find the killer. That said, we can't bring the woman and children along with us. In that case, I'll stay behind in case the killer comes back and tries to take hostages. Ho ho ho, I want to go for the manhunt too. Okay, no, you can't. Come on, Gambito, let's back me up on this. I think that Kane's the killer. I mean, look at him. He looks like a demented clown. He looks like Pennywise's third cousin twice removed. I don't give a crap if he is a murderer. This greasy pocky is good. Why don't we go together then? You're too soft on him, but I guess that's also what's so great about you. Really? Did you really have to... I'm hiding that comment right now. That's too weird. Alright, we're close over there. Thank goodness that was a hunting rifle around. Though with my aim, I'm afraid it'll be little more than a security blanket. If you do Morris, would you spare his life? At least we want to ask him what he did. Alright, be careful. It's a bit messed up after all. You're viewing some people with certain images. This is a weird singularity, I can tell you that much. You know Kung Fu? Jet Kune Do, Wing Chun. Oh my god. I'm afraid of those that are lethal attacks. Trust me, they're not very entertaining to watch. Gotcha. Ah, crap. It's just monsters. Ah, man. It's just wolves again. Sorry, Gambita, but I'm gonna need a little time to drive them off. Those do not look like wolves. Those look like hairy ape men that wants to use our spines as toothpicks. There we go. It should be safe over there. I hope Wu's okay by himself. Again, if Wu dies, I'm gonna riot. Let's make sure we stay out of sight. Oh, I agree. Whatever happens now, everyone will just write it off as an unfortunate accident. Kane, you sound different. Drop those shears before you hurt someone. I'm scared. Kane, you sound different. I've been putting up an act all the time. This is the real me. Not even Father knows about me. So if the last words before... What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Why? Whoa. Ho, what? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Back it up. What? I was just joking about him being the murderer. But I didn't know he was gonna come out saying, oh yeah, I'm not actually like a dumb kid with problems or whatever. I actually am faking this because I'm actually here to kill you. Like, oh my goodness gracious. Dying out here on a remote island all alone. Honestly, I almost feel sorry for you. Oh my god! Well then, now seems the opportunity to make my entrance. I certainly cannot allow this to continue. Oh my god, he was alive all this time. I was right! It still doesn't align with Chris' blood message. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't align with it at all. Like, it doesn't match up at all of his, on the blood message. Okay, let's see. Restart gathering rate. Apply debuff immunity for each for yourself. Oh. I'm gonna have to need that. It sucks that we can't use their noble phantasms. I would love to see the elementary mind here, just for once. But still, like, why would he try to kill us now? I can't say that he's the killer, because that wouldn't even make any sense, especially like with the blood message. Oh boy, we're just gonna have to figure it out once we beat his butt. Okay, there we go. This green tea Mochi is really good. Again, you can put this in ice cream and it will taste delicious. Wait, are we done with the chapter already? Wow, that was a really short chapter. Is it like in 8 parts? So, I was right. Sherlock was alive. Again, it was a joke at first, but I'm like, wait, what if he is alive? Irk. Good grief, you've been quite the rascal. Good day, Miss Gambina. I trust you are uninjured. Miss Holmes? Is that you? Ah, I could not have hoped for a better reaction, though you still pale in comparison to Watson. Now, much as I would like to answer the question so obviously nagging at you, it's hard to detain where to even begin. Ah, perhaps I should start how I got here. Ever since the mystery began, I've been wondering how much of a time differential dream and reality. I further thought, depending on the different turns out to intervene directly. Your walk on the beach while Juliet with the full moon provided a significant hint. Indeed, it was elementary to connect the dots, even for someone who was ignorant of astronomy as myself. A chaldea collapsed while looking at the moon at May 14, 2019. You wake up in the 5th time of May 15, chaldea time. This led me to realize that your dream was actually taking place a few days in the future. Once I knew that, I decided to intervene directly, and now here we are. Wait, this is all happening in the future? I'm afraid we don't yet know what works, but yes, that is the inconception and conclusion. Regardless, what is important is how it has happened, but when. If you don't believe me, go ahead and look at the lunar calendar for yourself. You'll see that the full moon is May 19, falls in the 18th year. Count backwards for the determine that the chain actually hits you the ball afternoon, May 16th, because it's the time. Since it's May 15th, the chaldea was arrived at the conclusion that I may have a day for the plan. I had a day to plan. But then, why did you call yourself Shunningham? Is that how you say his name? Shunningham? While it's possible that the Shunningham you saw was a complete different person, and your brain merely happened to assign him by my appearance given both detectives, it was also possible that it could have been my merely claiming to be Shunningham. If so, I could certainly bring the latter circumstance thereas directly turned to the key figures. Dead detectives gets possessed by Sherlock. He gets possessed, so a dead detective gets possessed by another dead detective who's already been dead, who is a storybook character. Do you have any idea how reckless that was? I'm sorry you feel that way. So long as there is a path to solving this case, there's definitely what steps I'll take into right ones. Granted, I will concede to making my ways here was fairly complicated. I first contacted the Goldie family as Shunningham, using my knowledge of the threatening letter to capture Aaron's attention. Though of course he was rightfully suspicious of me, so he said he would only hire me if I would track down where he was staying on my own. From there, it was simply a matter of filling in the blanks, rather like a crossword puzzle. Given trial of the United States and the fact that it was warm enough to swim even in the middle of May, I almost may immediately be able to determine that you were somehow in the Caribbean. Finding the Kogestukan seemed trickster, but then I remembered that Kogetsu is an old Japanese word for crescent moon. Using a map, I was able to pinpoint the island that was shaped like a crescent moon. The rest, you know. It was all quite easy, really. There was only a different part of the event Da Vinci told me here during the race shift. Holy crap, that is a lot of talking that I did. That's before I think I got it, thanks. Okay, but weren't you dead? I suppose the time is in the essence, so I will indulge you and provide you with the abridged version. I'll say the explanation to how I came back to life until everyone is here. Oh no, knock him out. He's gonna kill us with his pair of scissors. Huh, the detective? How are you still alive? So you were playing dumb all this time, Kane. Pretty much, yeah. In the Violet family, the eldest son is supposed to take over when he comes of age, but I really didn't want to get involved in that world, so I decided to act like a weird little kid who wouldn't possibly let the family. I feel really bad of making my family worry about me, but it's better than getting murdered because of the stupid grudge or something. I understand your concerns, Kay. Between turf wars, popes, betrayals, and simple personal killings. Oh, right, they're the mafia. I completely forgot about that. Oh, so he suspected us that we were the killer. That's why he was expected us to be the killer. Interesting. But killing Chris just seemed wrong. The only reason I could think of them was they keep Julia for themselves, not to help her. Besides, if they were willing to kill those guys, then they would also be willing to kill each other in the family. That's why I had to do something. I just had it, if I threatened them, I could get them to fess up. Relax, kid. I can assure you that Gambino was never going to kill anyone. Yet. But then, who else could be the killer? A terrible, terrible person. Now, Kane, I have a question for you. How do I know you were innocent? I don't know when Morrison died, so I guess say anything about that. I have an alibi when Chris died. What? You had an alibi? 11:25 last night. I sleep with Lumiere in an empty room. I think we got it found 5 minutes before that. If there was a grown-up who can vouch for that? Yeah, there is. Just what I wanted to hear. Who was it? Who was it? I already have a good idea as their identity. I can testify when the time is right. Is it Laurie? I swear to God if it's Laurie. Go to drop it. Now then, Miss Gambina, let us return to the Kogestukan. It's Laurie. Ah! Ah yes, a splendid overreaction. Still not quite as good as Watson's though. What is it? What? What are you doing here? No way, I can't believe you're actually alive. Laurie, that alibi we've seen before. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was Laurie. Oh, that a trivial matter. One needed merely clench a ball under one's armpit to cut off circumcision's arm, temporarily one's pulse. Wait, that's how he did it? Oh my god. That actually would kill somebody if they cut the wrong artery. Jesus. Hang on, perhaps enough to fool us, but Dr. Hathaway's a professional. How can you possibly fool him? Simple, I couldn't, so I didn't. Then you mean... Yes, I'm afraid I was in on it the whole time. What? He was... Dr. Hathaway is, of course, the only medical professional in the premise. It is inevitable that he could ask to perform an autopsy in the event someone turned up dead. So I made a deal with him on the first day. I promised that in exchange for his help faking my death, I would solve the case. After all, once the culprit thought I was out of the picture, they would wind into my investigation. That makes it sound like you knew that was going on in the murder case here. Let us simply say that I knew this trip was not possible to have a peaceful end. You can't be serious, Doc. What are you thinking, trusting a shifty detective like this? If he really is a detective, then I should have been able to prevent the murder before it happened. I'm quite good at solving mysteries once they present themselves, and I'm afraid I cannot solve that has yet to occur. Whoever condemned the murders and creativities and detectives merely I can't speak. I thought it was going to go well if I told him I couldn't do anything with a change. Can't be his dream. Oh, this is the only thing I could say. Never mind that I am, at heart, a creative critic. Alright, you know what you were doing when it comes to detective stuff, but I still don't like you. Nobody likes Holmes. I mean, he was kind of a crack addict before this all happened. Don't tell me you don't say a word, Harriet. Reprimand him if I was also responsible for him being here. At least hear what he has to say. I appreciate that, Dr. Hathaway. I especially like you look much kinder person. Anyway, I already knew, and I'm afraid we'll need to come to resolution quickly if we want to do so before our ride arrives. Resolution? Does that mean you already know who did it? Of course, I have completed my deductions that present my finding. But before I can do that, there is something I'd like to confirm. Would you come with me, please? Oh, snap-a-doodle. Chris's room? What business could you possibly have here? Simple. Assessing his dying message. Given everything I have heard before him, Chris clearly possessed a strong will. He was sort of a man who would carry out an important job even at the cost of his life. Hearing that from you somehow pisses me off, but you still are right. Both Sis and I were seriously he took his responsibilities. Oh boy, but was unaware of he had not drawn enough blood to finish it. But with his lemon powder trying to write down. Whoa, more! Just like Mom! Oh my god, I shared... Mom, as in mother? Quite right, and now I will tell you why. The question is, which of the mothers did Chris mean to accuse? Dun dun dun! Right then, we have all pieces of the puzzle now. Perhaps you have begun to see the picture being shaped for yourselves now. Our killer has a single specific reason to kill Chris and Morris. Once you understand the motive, the killer's identity should become quite clear as well. But even if you fail to recognize the motive, the killer's identity should still be clear. Allow me to offer a special hint of those you reading right now. Think back to each person's alibi at the time of Chris's murder. If you still eliminate everyone who could possibly have been seen in the crime, you can find out easier to deduce the culprit's identity than you think. I assure you there will be a new information in the case of the murder at the Kogestukan, so take some time to consider the evidence. But do keep one point in mind while you are deliberate. There has been a particular phenomenon at work here from the beginning, distorting your processes. Oh jeez, oh god. I need some Pocky. I can't. I don't know. We already did that. The true culprit. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. I'm not good with all of this. With this detective work. I will never be a good detective. And I'm sure as heck not gonna be a good cop. Let me run down the list. I should have been writing all this down. In the next Sherlock Holmes event, I'm writing stuff down because I can't remember all of this at the same time. So let's just make, okay, Morris is dead, Chris is dead, Sherlock faces dead. So we have 2 dead bodies. So we have 2 dead bodies. What we now know is that somebody does not want this marriage to happen. Does not want this marriage to happen, and they does not want this marriage to happen. And they sure as heck is going to make sure that no one is going to get married to no one, especially if it's somebody from the Goldie family. A threatening message when only Gold and Bell only know. So now that we know so they say it's a mom. I can't say that it's Ava, because but you know, when it comes to detective or cop shows, it's usually the character you think isn't going to be important, but they are, and they're either the full suspect, or they're actually the murderer / criminal. So Ava is like close to 3rd. Anne could be the killer. But with Anne, that's like Chris's mom. So for real, she would definitely be mad if someone killed her son. Especially since she had an affair with with Mr. Goldie. And then there's Laurie. Laurie feels like the only sympathetic one out there, but you know the sympathetic ones can also have their own reasons. Yoshiki, remember remember what Ava said in her swimsuit. Mother retired early that night. And now these. Like the reason why I put Ava down was mostly because I really thought that she would just be a lesser piece to the puzzle. But now I'm thinking, now that it's like a mom, I'm like, okay, she's gonna be a suspect. She's definitely up to something. Because she was happy that Juliet was getting married. But I guess she has a weird vendetta against the Goldie family. Who knows, maybe her and Laurie are lovers, I don't know. I mean, it would be Harriet too. Like, Harriet could also be involved. Because she cares about her sister a lot. She cares about her sister so much. But the thing is, Harriet is also like that is also similar to Ava. They don't do too much. But then when it's like that tiny thing that you know something ain't right about them because of what they did. Yeah, because her and Juliet don't look alike. They're fraternal twins, even though they both look the same because they play the same character. But, man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's really, really hard to say. Again, I should have written all of this down. I should have just written all of this down for stuff like this. But next time I will, I swear to God. But this is making me, I'm gonna say this right now. It could be Ava. Because when it fits in the pattern, because when you think about it, Ava retired early that night. I think it's hard to say because it's either Ava or Laurie. I don't know. It's either Ava or Laurie. I don't want to assume that it's Ava because of course there are specific parts to her that make it so easy to understand. Like, she retired early that night. She is very close to Dr. Hathaway. She probably knew about Morrison disappearing. She's also not too much into terms with the Goldie family, because even though she's happy that her daughter is getting married just for the merger, I feel as though there's like some hidden like darkness going on inside of her, because I believe that there might be something else about her and the Goldie family that we don't know. So I don't want it to be Ava, because let's be real here, it's Mama Reiko we're talking about. Even though this is a different character altogether, I just think that her being like the actual killer would be too easy. But the signs are there. Like, I would backtrack and say that, oh, it could be the fathers. But Mr. Goldie, he's a wreck. So I wouldn't think that he's a murderer. The Atamaska, he's too much cowardly to kill somebody unless it's like for the benefit of his family. Miss Violet when you first addressed her. Jeez, oh jeez, Lord Christ. I'm scared. I'm scared. But I can tell you that it might be Ava. It might be Ava. Oh, I'm getting Mama Racco flashbacks. Oh, good lordy. I hope. Where's my water bottle? It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure on me. I mean, it's not even that hard. Like, is that my final answer? Maybe. It might be my final answer. Like, there's not much. There isn't much to say. There isn't much to say. I mean, we can sit here with our hands tied behind our backs and get hit with rubber chickens for all we know. I just don't know. I just hope. I just wish that it wasn't Ava. That it wasn't Ava. Even though Yoshiki, it's clearly hinted at it might be Ava. Oh God, it's warm. This is warm. I need to put some ice in it. Here's my other jug. Oh God, this is warm. God, it's so humid and melted ice. Jeez. If it's your final, click the next quest. Okay. I'm not being over dramatic. It's just I'm not being over dramatic for craps and giggles. It's just that I'm actually using my brain here and I'm actually just thinking, could it be her? But is it really? Jesus. Can't wait to see how the next Sherlock Holmes event is gonna be like. But let's go. I'm sorry, Torchwick. We have to solve this mystery. Murder at the Kogestukan. The Watson must not conceal his thoughts from the reader. So Chris was actually trying to write, Mom? Did you kill him, Anne? No, I didn't. I never told Chris I was his mother. I was wondering when you two seemed so chummy. Now it all makes sense. That was a long time ago, Miss Dorothy. Whenever Aaron and I were the one before we met you. I acted as if we actually never related because I thought having a family made it so weak. Honestly, if I was Laurie, I would have smacked the crap out of Mr. Goldie. Saying, like, you had a kid and I didn't know you had a love child? I would have divorced him right then and there. We could tell from Chris's response that she's telling the truth. He died without knowing who the mother was. As such, he would never have accused Anne for writing the word Mom. No, I believe he was simply meant to tell us his killer was a mother, and not necessarily his own. Hang on, you cannot base all these simple on Chris's dying message. A scant few letters written on the blood. That man will need interpretation. I suppose you have a point. Perhaps the victim's dying message is not significant proof. Very well then, let us take a more roundabout approach. If we remove all the possible suspects, process the elimination, can none of any objects. What do you mean by that? Your alibis at the time of Chris's murder. You see, the culprit has no idea that Chris broke his beloved pocket watch in the moment of his murder. I can't put it in auto. So the watch stopped precisely at 11:25 p.m. Given the circumstances of Chris's death, we know that we had time to converse with the culprit beforehand. Even estimating conservatively that they think the culprit was his company of 5 to 10 minutes prior to killing him. The night of Chris's murder has come for. Let's start by window down our suspect pool, the poker players, the time excluded. Does that include me? Naturally. What's important is the fact that you can all verify each other's alibis. Guess that means Gambina's alibi is solid too, since we could all hear their snoring in the next room. That leaves 6 possibilities. 6? You mean 7, right? Why do you automatically get a pass? You did lock the outside doors and windows securely, did you not? I had to force my way into Chris's room. Surely you would have some sign of that. How did you? Oh my god. Connor breaking in. Oh god, now I'm starting to call him Connor. Damn it, Torchwick. Tell me, Kane, what is your alibi for that night? Laurie and I were playing hide and seek then, weren't we, Laurie? Uh-huh, I snuck... Oh, crap. That's Laurie. I keep on... Oh, dang it. I'm mixing up the wrong characters. No, I'm getting myself confused. We got some this time at 11:20. Children or not, I believe we can still take their account of their whereabouts. Their brings our suspect list down to 4. Oh! Dorothy Goldie. Oh, it was Dorothy. Why do I keep on calling her Laurie? You had motive, and you're a mother. It wasn't me. I didn't do it, I swear. Indeed not. Huh? It's okay, Miss Dorothy. You're the one who caught us, remember? Right around 11:20. Oh, right. I completely forgot about that. How silly of me. Kane told me there was a grown-up who can verify his alibi. That was you. He came to find Laurie. That leaves us with 3. Ooh. Juliet's got an alibi too, so couldn't be her, right? Yes, that's right. She also has someone who can verify her alibi. I wish you had waited to say that. I have a method for this, you know. At any rate, that leaves us with 2, but enough suspense. One of the 2 already knows she's innocent, and that makes the other our culprit. Oh my god. Juliet, who were you with the night Chris was killed again? It was goddamn Harriet. It was Harriet. Please. Aw, damn, please let me. My sister. So then, oh god. Oh, damn. It is Ava. The culprit was inherently opposed to your family's forming an alliance. She understood if necessary. I wasn't failing. I just wished it wasn't here. I just wished it wasn't Ava, but it was Ava. My goodness. That's why Kane and Laurie both still alive. That must be, after all, for the alliance to happen. And yet she resorted to murder, not once but twice, at a peril of compromise the whole alliance. That is key to understanding her motive. That is how opposed she was to Juliet's engagement. Yeah, well, I failed as a detective. I told you, I'm not good at this. I'm gonna do better next time. But why? Why would Mother want to kill Morris and Chris? What reason could she possibly have? An exceedingly simple one, as it turns out. Think, why would she go so against your marrying either Morris or Chris, but quite content on seeing Kane and Laurie married? I don't like where this is going. So you're saying it was those specific parents she had problem with? Precisely, because your future father is Aaron Goldie. You can't be serious. Wedding either Morris or King would have meant wedding your half-brother. An incestuous marriage. What the hell? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, God, I'm getting Vampire Night flashbacks. Not the good kind either. Wedding either Morris or Chris would have meant wedding your half-brother. An incestuous marriage. You know what that means. But as your mother, only she would have known that. So she had to keep the fact to herself, even if it meant resorting to murder. This can't be happening. He's lying, right, Mother? Wait. Harriet Violet, you are the culprit. Wait, I was right! It was Harriet! What the heck? Oh, wow. This was just one big... I'm calling it... This is one big incestuous wedding. Everybody's sleeping with their mom, their dad, their half-brother, their half-sister. What the deuce? I may have failed as a detective. But I can say one thing, though. This is whack. Ava said mother retired early that night was the biggest clue. Well, I probably must have not been paying attention. It is what it is. It is what it is. Again, I should have just written all of this down, and I would have gotten it right. But wait a minute. What the hell? I had it right from the... Oh, crap. I second guessed myself. Twins and doubles must not appear unless... He's lying, right? Please tell me he's lying, Harriet. How could you do it, Mother? This lady killed Chris? Good grief, things have certainly gotten noisy, though it does make a good opportunity to answer your question. What's going on? This can't be right. Ah yes, I never did explain to you, did I? Mosh had the same misunderstanding. Oh god, we're going back to Chaldea in a flashback. What, you made a mistake of the Violet family tree I drew? Indeed, I was quite certain that Harriet is Amaska's wife, while the daughters are Julia and Ava. What? It all went back to that dang mystery board that Mashu created. I wasn't paying attention! Ah, I'm so mad at myself right now. The heck? By the way, tell me, Masha, what do you think of when you think of Lancelot? The fact that he's Galahad's father, I suppose. In other words, I don't like him. Masha's words. There you have it. That's exactly what I think that tripped our Gambina up. If a woman who looks like Setheno told you she was a younger sister, you would definitely think of her Ariel, no? Ah! Certainly, once Ava was assigned to Minamono Raiko's appearance, Gambina could not help but see her as anything but then a mother. Oh, God, I can't believe, knowing her unique circumstances. It was merely an unfortunate misunderstanding that persisted till now. But Ava had to be the mother. Oh my goodness. Since why would they name it the other way? More likely they were named for their parents. Juliet's name was taken from Harriet. Ava's from Adamaska, you see. Such an arrangement certainly makes sense. But if Harriet is Juliet's mother, why do they look the same age? Remember, Morris has a man who looked like Mordred. The other difference between what Gambina saw in reality, something as simple as difference in age could certainly do the detail that was altered. This is so confusing. I imagine Gambina must be even more confused, since she is the only learning the truth about Holmes. Yeah, I'm hella confused. Hell, I was more confused that I got my own, that I keep on second guessing myself. And I got it wrong. And then I found out that I was wrong the entire time. I was reading the dialogue. So yeah, I messed up big time. By the way, did anything usual happen in bedtime, Miss Violet? Miss Violet? Well, that's a strange question. No, Mother turn. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Some people make mistakes, mothers and daughters being sisters all the time, so I can see how you could easily be tricked. Now, she thought I was asking about Harriet! You see, you remember something when such rivalry tends to lead to others, like so many dominoes. Like this, haven't you noticed your hair's getting slim? I've been up to the beach. I must say, it's also fascinating to see twins with such different personalities. So we're just supposed to believe we've got an alibi, huh? I mean, hypothetically speaking, couldn't twins swap places? Well, I know about the twin part. God. You and your sister are a lot alike, huh? You think? I know we're twins, but we're actually... Okay, that I know. Personality-wise, I think she takes after mother. There is both feels really, I'm kind of jealous. What the fudge, dude? It's the same principle as the optical illusions. Once you see something unused. There have been cases that would have been solved very quickly had it not been for the confusing regarding who is related to whom. Harriet's alibi was supposed to have been verified by Ava, and Ava's alibi verified by Juliet. Was everyone and Juliet together at the same time? That leaves Harriet without an alibi. Therefore, Harriet had no idea about Chris's pocket watch. Had it not been for that, things would have gone quite differently. Let me stop right there. Okay. Let me read what she had to say. Would you please stop and allow me to get a word in? I have to say, you certainly found a hell of a detective, Aaron. Yeah, you really did kill them. Wait, I remember now. 20 years ago, I had a one-night stand with a woman I never saw again. Yes, that was you. You have mentioned your name was Harriet. I was just looking for some fun. I didn't want to cause any trouble that was necessary, so I left out my family name. Here we go. Do I seem drunk to you? I'm actually a loss because of... Oh, crap. God, that's just... It's kind of weird. Especially since he was planning on trying to sleep with Juliet. Didn't find out until later that I'd be pregnant with Juliet and Ava as a result. It was already too late. My parents had promised me to Adamasca. I had little to say in the matter. I already knew you were pregnant when you got married, Harriet. I had nothing to feel bad about. Thank you, Adamasca. I do adore how understanding you are. But I just couldn't tell you, or my parents, of Juliet and Ava's father really was. Had my father would have been so angry he would have started a war with the Goldie family. But I never imagined the secret I decided to keep almost 20 years ago could lead to this. Well, it did. You could have thought better, Harriet. At least you tried. We're doing time like this. I have a favor to ask you. I want you to reconsider your engagement with Juliet. Now, where did that come from? And what's the matter to you? I'm sorry, but I can't tell you that. I don't get it. But okay, I'm fine taking Ava instead. She's more my type anyway. I'm sorry, but I cannot let you marry Ava either. Why's that? I can't tell you. Man, that is nuts. Are you all Violet chicks this crazy? I don't know why my old man's so afraid of you guys. He should have made up an excuse to invade your turf long ago. Aunt Pa's telling the truth. If I do, it'll lead to an all-out war between our families. Okay, so she pushed him off the cliff. Yep. The engagement? That's right, I thought you involved people who were reasonable about that. Doesn't mean you want Miss Juliet to marry for love rather than politics? If that's how you want to interpret it. Nonetheless, I have been named Mr. Aaron's successor. If he desires the engagement, I'm obligated to oblige. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you didn't even know you have a dad. You might as well just say, no, wouldn't marry your daughter, but you're kind of a stiff anyway. I'll have to kill him too. I hope it could be Morris. See, by the way, can I see your hand for a moment? Of course. Thank you. Miss Harriet, what do you just do? Goodbye. That explains it. Morrison deserved it, but Chris didn't. Chris didn't deserve all that. He was just doing his, even though he's doing it for his so-called dad, for his so-called dad, he was just a nice kid. It's a dangerous world, so I've always been certain to keep a bit of poison with me, but I never thought I'd end up using it on Chris like that. You did it all for me, Mother? Juliet, please understand you did nothing wrong. This was all my doing, and so I was paying the price. Thinking about it now, I guess I could have told my father about this. Maybe then I'll end up marrying Aaron instead. None of this would have happened. Yeah, honestly, all this could have avoided if you married Aaron, but you had a one-night stand, you went crazy, you were wild and free, so... What the heck? If only I had known that you were dealing with, I could have helped you find another way. I'm just as guilty as you are, have been too oblivious to share your suffering, but then share at least your punishment. No. You have nothing to do with this, Adamaska. Thank you, Adamaska. This might not mean much considering coming from me now, but you were the best husband I could ever ask for. Gah. No, she used the poison on herself. What the heck, Harriet? I still have some time left over. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of another way to make amends. So, Mother! Ava, Kane, I love you all so much. And Juliet, please don't make the same mistake I did. Mother, wait, don't go. Goodbye. Really? Our ride should be here soon. I'm afraid I must ask you all to get ready to leave. Please, let me stay with my mother just a little longer. Mother. I'm sorry, everyone. I could have stopped her. As soon as I heard about the threatening letter, I had a feeling this might have been the case all along. I remember what she liked back then. Still, I can't bring to myself to ask her about it. Okay, Chris, I can RIP for. Harriet, now RIP. Morris, no. He was a bit of a scumbag. Please don't be so hard on yourself. This case will remain unsolved without your help. Me? No, I'm just a sniveling coward who left all the dirt work to you. I'm sad that Morris is dead, but if I'd been in Harriet's shoes, I think I might have done the same thing. Excuse me, everyone. There's something I want to tell you. I have iridocyclitis. Kane, what's come over you? Kane? Kane, what are you doing? It looks like Kane has decided to come clean. Now that all eyes are on him, it seems that it was good for us for a private chat. Why do I end up in the dream thing to begin with? I'm sure Da Vinci could explain the connection between you, Chaldean, race-shifting, and magecraft terms. But I'm afraid that it's all a bit beyond my area of expertise, as it were. The best I could do under the circumstances is offer conjecture. I imagine whoever the body belongs to must have had a powerful reaction upon learning Juliet was engaged. Whether it be friendship, love, perhaps pity, they must have wished for her help with all their heart. From here on, my speculation turns out to be romantic, but perhaps the moon was that wish and decided to grant it. Perhaps in searching for someone with both the ability to help in this matter, someone with a desire to do so. It found you and used Chaldea. So you mean to tell me the moon brought me into this dreamlike world? The moon. The moon. Type moon? Nah, we're not going that outlandish. But the moon? Chaldea is no stranger to oddities of time and space, and you truly do wish to help Juliet, no? The frickin' moon! CC rerun confirmed. This is all BB's doing. I can feel it. By the time you wake up, I have already set off the real Kogestukan, but rest assured that I will return in a few days. Well, now, it seems the cane is saying something quite important indeed. I still hate this family and this whole society. I'm scared of dying too, but I decide to be brave. Taught me that. So I'm telling you all right here and now. I'm going to change the Violet and Goldie families. Perhaps he really will succeed at changing the way both families live their lives. But this is no longer our concern. Ah, right, I do believe this is the last time you've seen these people, so if there's anything you've been meaning to tell a certain someone, now's the time. Something that body's true owner may have been waiting to say, or perhaps even should say. What is it, Gambina? With Mother's death and Kane's revelation, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I wanted to know that I'll always be here for you. Always. But where did that come from? And you're saying that now? Of all times? No, you're right. Now is exactly you need to hear that. You always know what to say. Thank you, Gambina. That means a lot to me. You know, I have something to tell you as... No! 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 Don't cut block me now! No! Gambina, what's wrong? Are you alright? And so end the case of the murders at the Kogetsukan. I hope you enjoyed it. I congratulate those of you who have arrived the truth. I sucked at this. Next time, I'm bringing a book and I'm writing all this down because, wow, I second guess myself too much in this instance. But if you got it wrong, well, don't feel bad. If those who made mistakes were without worth, then I am afraid I would be the only one in the world with any worth to his name. That was a joke. Go on, laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing, Sherlock. I'm not laughing. At any rate, even if one error or another led you to the wrong conclusion, no one says you did not give it your all. That experience is yours and yours alone. If you enjoyed your experience at all of these last few years, this is enough in and of itself. Everyone makes mistakes at times, even me. That is why to search the answers is much of a journey as it is a process of trial and error. True life lesson right there. At any rate, this concludes our latest case. I do apologize that the detective ended up manipulating the spotlight. This little event was, admittedly, small in scale compared to the others, but I hope that one day to take you on a much grander adventure, one truly worth of a great detective. That the way you left Juliet without her saying she likes you is bold. Yeah. Well, you know, this is a game. The game in itself, the servants either love you, hate you, or want you as your slave, or otherwise they want you all together. Wait, we get golden apples for this? Oh, silver apples. Oh, 10 quartz. Oh, 10,000 QP. Wait, we don't get crystal lore? I've been hoodwinked. Did you read my BB comment? Yes, it's hilarious. BB, let's hack the Neo World program and send Senpai as the super duper high school battle tactician. That on its own sounds like That on its own sounds like a FGO harem. Ah, yes, the hunted quest. Can't wait. Where's my man's at? Nah, not... Sorry, where's my other man's? Change favorites. Oh. Just for this event. Perfect.
確かに従者は主に従うべきだ。だがね、主が火山に突っ込もうとするのを。
There you go, there you go, Torchwick. There's your woo. Oh wow, cool story, bro.
かつて主がいて、ブライは好きだね。相撲も剣道も酒も食事も音楽も、世界は好きなものだらけ。よしマスター、クエストに出発しようじゃないか。
Who would have thunk that the voice actor for Woo is the same voice actor for Accelerator from Magical Index And I never even watched Magical Index. I think I've watched a little bit of I have watched a little bit of Railgun. Which now that I think about it, now that we're stuck in quarantine, I'm gonna be watching all these different anime. Because recently they just Netflix just put in Cardcaptor Sakura, so I'm gonna be watching that in both the Japanese and English dub, if they have English dub. Well, what do I think? Let me see. Thoughts on the event. I loved it. I love this event. It's very different. You only fight a couple of times, and that's about it. You just continue on with the story. The fights are just there, you know, just to get like little items and stuff like that. But the overall story, I really liked it. I really love the overall story. I just wish that I read the signs right there, because I keep on second guessing myself, thinking, oh, it could be this person. Oh no, it might be this person altogether. But then when it came out to the fact that Harriet was actually Harriet as the murderer, okay. I knew for like a second guess that she would be the murderer, because it would be her and Ava. But I never would have imagined from the dialogue, because this is where my second guessing keeps on messing up. I never would have imagined that Harriet was the mom and Ava, who we thought was the mom all this time because she has the motherly appearance, was actually the daughter. And the Faternal twin stuff, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, they look the same, but they're probably like different. Like, it shocked me, but again, it made me a bit livid, because the dialogue was right there, and I just couldn't pinpoint that together. Yes, do not judge a book by its cover. The oldest words of wisdom. But again, I was a little bit mad at myself. I wish I figured that out a bit sooner. But something was going on in my brain. Probably because I wasn't eating food that time. But regardless, however, I still find it weird that that Harriet killed herself because she didn't want to endure like the pain. of what she did because she didn't want to endure like the guilt. And I wish she could have just stayed alive, but you know, we have to be the dramatic Shakespearean, oh, they die, but at least they regret what they done so that they can teach their family members and friend, lover, whatever, that it was not their fault and that they love them for who they are. That type of story. I don't like that for me. Like, for me, I don't like how they just die and we're supposed to, like, understand. Like, we understand why you do it. You just didn't have to kill yourself because you were guilty. But, it is what it is. And again, I really do enjoy this event and I can't wait. Yeah, the death was the cheap, Yoshiki. It was a cheap option. Especially with the whole poison needle thing. Like, I knew, like, the minute we found out about the needle in Chris, and then she was gonna and then she still had it, that let us know right now, wow, she was probably gonna kill herself. She probably didn't plan out how this was gonna go out because she really thought it was gonna be someone else. But no, she literally was gonna off herself in front of everybody just so that she doesn't go to jail. Man. That was a crazy ride. That honestly shook me. It was a really good story. I can't wait for the next Kogestukan. I can't wait. I just can't. Oh, well, it's not actually called Kogestukan. It's probably called something else. But I can't wait. Can't wait for the next one. Because once we get on to the next one, I'm gonna have a book with me. I'm gonna have some pen or pencil with me. And I'm gonna write down every best detail I can so that I can solve the next mystery. Like I told you guys, I'm not the best detective. I never was, and I never will. But that's all I needed right then and there. Probably for, as of right now, this was translated. It was a translated story from JP. And I think it was like Tuesday when I did that live stream. Like Monday or Tuesday. I was on a sugar rush. That was not good. I didn't eat nothing. I just ate cookies, Welch's gummies, and freaking Pocky. Again, that gave me a super duper sugar rush, and that was not a good idea. I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna eat first, then I'm gonna wait so that I can eat my stuff. But regardless, overall, Kogestukan was great. It was great. It was a great way to take a break from all the grinding and fighting of the game and just like sit down, relax, read the story, have your mind play mind games as you read through. Because I can tell you that there are some people, because I bet you there are some people who there's some people that actually don't like this, and I can understand, like, it's a waste of time and like it's so boring reading. But I enjoyed it. I love reading stuff like this. I love reading like mystery novels, especially mystery novels that pulls you in until you realize, like, oh, it's not just a mystery novel, it's like a supernatural or like a weird sci-fi-esque plot twist going on. But like, I like that. I like those types of stories. And Kogestukan is basically one of those stories, and it pleased me. 8 out of 10, really good. 8 out of 10, really good story. Yoshiki, people went with the easy option. Look over the translation. JP Quest answer. Oh, I'm really glad I didn't read the translation for JP. I really did. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Kogestukan. Really fun, can't wait for the next Sherlock Holmes event because we're definitely gonna get that next year. And again, I'm gonna be on it, pen and paper, on the wazoo. Now for next week, I won't be live streaming next week. I will be playing the Requiem event, but again, I'm not gonna do a live stream next week because I want to finish up doing a video I'm doing right now, but I also need to finish up the script because I had to rewrite it. I need to fix it. It's like I'm on like page 6, so that tells you that I got a lot of fixing to do. But regardless, like I said, will you be on voice chat this week? Probably depending on the time of day. Because tomorrow I have something to do in the morning. I'm gonna be busy in the morning, and I probably won't be and I probably might not be on the afternoon because again, I'm gonna be busy. But again, next week no live stream. Probably the week after I'm gonna be doing a live stream for Shimosa all the way to Salem, and then we're gonna start off our Lost Belt journey. May take some time. I got a lot of servants that I need to level up, but I can't be on FGO all the time. I need a break from it. Like a 2-day break, because FGO can rot my brain. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to see more FGO content or any other gaming content on this channel, please subscribe and click on the little notification bell to see what videos I have in store for you guys. And of course, I'll be doing, and when it comes to live streams, I do them now and then, but I'll let you guys know when I'm gonna do a live stream and when it's gonna happen. But like I said, who knows? Still trying to fix the whole YouTube situation. But regardless, I hope you guys stay safe, stay at home, stay healthy, and have a good night. GG.
かつてひどい裏切りが以来主など持つまいと決めていた。いや、我が主、我がマスター、転校生遠征、命のすべてを捧げてお仕えしよう。